Week 3 of fantasy football's in the books. We got your plan for week 4. Top 10 players in week 3. We got the top waiver wire ads in week 3. Stick around, smash that like button. Let's get this going, baby. Hey, look. Ruining dreams under pressure. Peachy be the one to bless ya, but don't test her. The queen reigns supreme, you know what I mean? Add the boy Breezy Prince like a king. When the two come together in any weather, they form a bond, stay tight in any measure. So it's my pleasure, the number one team. Let the world know what's your fantasy. What's going on, fantasy football players across the nation? It's your boy Wayne Breezy, Peachy B, in the place to be. We are officially done with week 3. Sound the horn. Week 3's in the books. We are 1/6 of the season done as far as the NFL. And what a week 3, Peachy. Like, are you? I just want to know. Are you? I have a few leagues where I have 0 wins. That means I'm 0-3, and I don't know what to do. Like, I'm going to ask this show, what the heck do I need to do? Because I need a win.
Yeah, I'm with you. About 6 of my leagues, I'm 0-3. It's really crazy because the people that are winning these leagues, it's because they have I've been calling opposite season. It's weird. It's like all the people that you didn't think were going to do something are the ones that are doing something. So it's both. That was one of my wins this week. What's that one? Actually, that was in our What's Your Fantasy League that I beat votes.
I finally got a win too. So I'm 1-2. Woohoo! Because I couldn't start 0-3. In that league, I just couldn't do it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like going 0-3. Oh my gosh, we got thank God we got one more week before the bye weeks. The bye weeks don't start till week 5, I think.
Yeah.
And then
I think it's week 5. Yeah.
And but this week we got an early game, right? We got the game in Dublin, which is at 9:30 on Sundays. You got Thursday night football. And then you got the 9:30 a.m. game across seas. Ah, man, that could be interesting because the question is, who you playing in that game? That's across the Vikings and the Steelers. Right. All right, well, look, we got a crazy, fun-packed show for you guys. If you guys got fantasy football questions, please stick around to the end. I promise we will get to each and every question. We're going to do our best as well as far as studying those, and so just stick around. All right, so breaking news. Let's talk about the breaking news. Jackson Dart, breaking news. New QB1 in New York. Jackson Dart is going to be the starting quarterback in New York. And so, Peachy, what are your thoughts about Mr. Dart over Russell Wilson?
So, one, I'm absolutely not surprised. Did I think it would be this fast? No, because the coach act like, that it wasn't going to be that fast. And then all of a sudden, Russ goes out there and looks crazy against the Chiefs. And he's like, I think I've seen enough. Let's go ahead and put that rook in and get him some games under his belt. And let's see what he's got going on. So
it's going to be interesting. I know he's QB1. Mm-hmm. Russ is probably QB emergency. They probably don't want to see Russell Wilson no more. I think it's time for him to hang up the cleats. He just can't put a series of games, consistent play games together. I mean, the week prior to week 2, he was like, yeah, Russ is back. And then in week 3, it was like, what the hell, Russ, is this? And so I think the coach just had enough. Says, if we're going to struggle like this, might as well go with the rookie. Right. Speaking of the Giants, they've also signed kicker Younghoe Koo. Did I say his name right? I said it right? Because before I used to say it wrong. I said Younghoe Koo.
I know how I used to say it.
I can pronounce the way it's spelled. There ain't no way in there.
It's Younghoe Koo.
Okay, Younghoe Koo. Okay, but that ain't how it's spelled. It's spelled Younghoe Koo. So if you want to know,
Right.
that's how.
Shout out to Annie NFL for another amazing week 3 lowdown and what she
Lord.
said about Koo on that thing. And Leonardo DiCaprio was probably the funniest thing that I've heard all day today.
I definitely got to check that out, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching the show. The Breezy Bunch crew in here. One of our moderators, Niner Faithful, in the chat as well. I see you guys out there. I'm excited because first of all, the waiver wire is going to be crazy this week, and depending on where you are, good luck because I can't wait till we break down the top waiver wire targets. Now, the way we're going to do is break it down like how a standard league looks per position. So we'll give you the quarterback, the 2 running backs, the 2 receivers, the tight end, the kicker, and the defense special team. So we're going to break it down like that when we get to that section. Any other breaking news before we get to this crazy injury report? Oh, my God. We got players out for the season.
I'm trying to think. We had a trade. The Titans
Yep, we got the Titans
traded
trade.
their young corner that they just got in last year's draft, the 2024 one.
All right, so they traded him to the
Jets.
So the Jets defense is going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Are you more in on possibly picking up the Jets defense now that they're going to have kind of like 2 lockdowns, supposedly corners, or do you still need to see more from them?
I am all in on the Jets defense because on Monday Night Football they face the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, but the Dolphins are tricky. That week 1 Dolphins is not the same as the week 2, week 3. They put up a fight week 2 against the Patriots. They put up a fight last week. They're putting up fights. So I don't know. They're a weird team. I mean, especially when I know you didn't expect the Carolina Panthers team to shut out a team 30-0. I know I didn't. Especially the Atlanta Falcons team. It's time for them to bench Michael Penix's ass and put in Kirk Cousins. I'd rather see Kirk Cousins.
Exactly. That was definitely unexpected, and the way they did it was also unexpected. How do you go from having a really, really good offense to your offense looking completely inept, like they can't even play football? That's how bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I don't know. I can't describe it. Let's get to this injury report, Peachy, because we got some critical injuries throughout the league. Now you're going to focus on the ones that affect fantasy football per se. We all know Nick Bosa from the San Francisco 49ers, torn ACL, out for the year. And so I got to ask Peachy, I had the Niners defense. Do I need to drop the Niners defense? Nick Bosa is gone. I know they still have other players there, but it's not going to be the upside is not going to be there when you don't have your number 1 pressure leader and sack leader on the team there, right? Do I need to drop the Niners defense with the injury to Nick Bosa?
No, not yet. I want to see how they look and see how they carry. And I think this matchup this week with Jacksonville, I think this is really going to be good for us to see how this defense is going.
Jacksonville be putting up fights. I'm tired of fighting. You know what I hate? Scrappy teams.
Oh, yeah.
Because those are the hardest games.
Mm-hmm.
The scrappy teams. And so Jacksonville's going to come in clawing, scratching, kicking. And the last time we were in Jacksonville, we beat that tail.
Oh, so it wasn't even a game, yeah.
I just don't know if the defense is going to be the same. Other NFL news, the Texans did cut C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So their defense, I guess it won't seem like it's going to take a loss. And it's funny because I thought he was the best defensive player out there in the game. I don't know what he said or did to D'Amico Ryans or whatever happened, but he gone. So there's going to be a team that's going to pick him up. Maybe he'll end back up with the Saints. I know he's not going back to Philly.
Now, he can't go back to Philly because of the rules.
Okay.
So I think he had to play 4 games, if I'm not mistaken,
Understood.
before he could go back to Philly. So he's
Understood.
definitely not going back to Philly.
Understood. All right, let's get to this injury report. Peachy, who you got, man? What's going on?
Oh man. So, we also lost James Conner for the season.
James Conner for the season is out, so you're gonna definitely need to pick up a running back.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
Trey
we have
Benson
a good
probably
one
some-
for you
Yeah.
that we'll be telling you about. James Conner was a major injury. What was crazy, Breezy, is we lost him in the same game. We lost James Conner and Nick Bosa in the same game.
Yeah, he went a little bit later, but yeah,
yeah,
it's tough. Achilles, I believe, his Achilles popped, if I'm not mistaken.
On Connor,
Yeah.
a broken ankle.
Oh, so the other way is in the foot.
Yeah, and he has to have a surgery, and that's what's going to keep him out because he has to have surgery to repair it.
Yeah.
So they have him out. What other injuries? I don't
All right, so I got a couple of
another major one.
CeeDee Lamb, high ankle sprain.
Yes.
He's gonna miss some games. Right? Maybe I would say 2 to 4 weeks. I was trying to figure out how I lost in the nitty-gritty league. I was winning. And then I lost. And I lost by like 2 points. And I looked at my thing and I'm like, mother CeeDee Lamb, he went down so early. Like, it's not even funny. Tons of wide receiver injuries. You got CeeDee Lamb with the high ankle sprain. You got wide receiver Terry McLaurin, who I thought caught a touchdown pass, dealing with a quad injury, who's going to potentially miss a game or two. We don't know. Mike Evans, some type of ankle sprain, I believe. They say it's not as severe as it was last year, whatever the injury is. I think it's a hamstring injury with him.
Right.
They're saying it's not as severe as it was last year, but he's going to miss some games. And so this is going to affect teams when their number one wideouts are out. It's going to be crazy. So Tyrone Tracy.
Oh, yeah.
Done for a few weeks.
Shoulder.
He appears to have the same injury, if I'm not mistaken, than oh my gosh, what's his name from the Chiefs? Xavier Worthy. Same
Yes.
injury.
That's true.
And Worthy missed. He's going on week 4.
Absolutely.
He's going on week 4.
Yeah.
So any other injuries that are going to be major?
Najee Harris is definitely going to be out for the whole season.
He's the Achilles guy.
Yes, that's absolutely the Achilles, and you could see it when it actually happened. One thing about Achilles, a lot of times you can see those. Like, you can literally see those pop.
Yeah.
And so you already know, and that's it. So we just want all these guys to come back healthy. The good news with Nick Bosa's is basically that it was a clean, which means that, the regular allotted time for him to be out, that should be all that he needs to be out. He also takes really good care of his body. So I'm sure at the beginning of next year that Nick Bosa will be back. That he'll find a way to come back at the beginning of the season next year. So,
yeah, we mentioned Tyrone Tracy. He has the shoulder injury, so he's going to be sidelined for a few weeks. You're going to get some Cam Skydabo. So if he's available, you might want to go pick him up.
Yes.
I think he got drafted by a lot of people. Not a Game Podcast in the building. What's going on, fam? Like I said, like, these injuries are going to pop. We're only headed into week 4. And so, and you're seeing big guys go down, like big stars. The big quarterback went down last week in Joe Burrow. Now you're losing wide receivers for a few weeks, right? And so these are guys that will affect your team, your fantasy football team, opposed to like the defensive players. Like Nick Bosa doesn't give you defensive points, right? Unless you play in an individual player league and you have Nick Bosa on your roster. And so other than that, we try to focus on those players that are actually going to help you score. I mentioned Nick Bosa because the Niners defense kind of benefits from having Nick Bosa on the football field.
100%.
So, unfortunately, he's not going to be on the field. And those that are watching the live show, we are starring your fantasy football questions. And when we get to that point in the segment of the show, we will be dialing in on all the fantasy football questions that you guys have. All right, so make sure you just keep them coming. We just got a show that we have planned. As far as we forgot to mention something as far as the NFL news. It's not necessarily breaking, but the suspensions for Jordan Addison is upheld, and he is going to be back on the roster. So it's a possibility he's going to play across season at 9:30 game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as wide receiver Demarcus Robinson for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I believe the ruling is that they won't be cleared until Thursday of this week. So we still got to wait a little bit of time. For both games are on Sunday. One is just earlier than the other. So if you guys got those guys on your rosters and you had them stashed, get them off the IR, get them off the whatever. Well, you couldn't have had them on the IR. They weren't hurt. Get ready to use them because they're going to be available. You're going to have some guys back. I just don't know if they're going to be utilized the way we think in their first week back in football. I don't know how many people got Demarcus Robinson, but I know a lot of people drafted Jordan Addison. If you're a Minnesota Vikings team or whatever, that helps because now the coverage can't just double up on Justin Jefferson. They have to roll coverage to Jordan Addison, so those guys will get back to feasting like they normally do.
Yep. There's definitely a lot of injuries going on around the league, but looks like we pretty much touched on all of the major ones that affect your leagues. CeeDee Lamb, yeah, I was killing, and then whenever I realized that it just started turning red on the sleeper app,
it was just zero.
I was like, what?
It was just zero. Like it was just zero, and I'm just like, the 1 week I needed to not be 0-3. Like it's zero. You know, it's just tough luck. Like tough luck out there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Tough luck. JP Hellahard says 11-4 for week 3. 11 plus 4 is 15. There were 16 games. So did you forget one or did you go 12-4, 11-5? I'm just curious. I went 11-5 this week. I'm just curious. But that's a whole nother show. Anyway, let's get to these top 10 players. You know what I'm saying? As far as scoring, I mean, the scoring was through the roof, and you had some unexpected players. I mean, Trey Tucker, 40.9 points. I mean, who would have thunk that the Raiders' number one target guy was going to be Trey Tucker with 40.9 points? I gotta ask Peachy. I know to tell me. No, I don't even know if people have him on their roster. It's. Did you see this happening, or is this just a? Yeah, okay.
No, I knew that he was getting that he was getting more targets than I actually thought he was going to get, but I figured that what's name was covered. I don't know why his name's escaping me right now.
Me too.
Long work day, but
yeah, no, it's not a long work day. He's just a non-motherfucking factor, and he wanted to be traded.
Yes,
and I can't think. I know he played for the Patriots. Damn. Myers. Jacoby Myers.
Yes.
Yeah, if you say the right answer in there, it's getting put up there.
Exactly.
The way the brains is from Jacoby Myers. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it, but you know what's funny? I remember him from last season, and I remember him being on our waiver wire target shows at least 4 or 5 times.
Right.
At least 4 to 5 times. I promise you. All right. Jonathan Taylor. I think he's the best running back in the league at this point.
By far. By far.
Like, damn. I mean, as far as fantasy football is concerned,
yes,
he's a must start every single week. Like, damn. Like, he is out here slaying it on the ground. He had one joint where he just broke for they had him and he broke the tackle. I mean,
yeah,
maybe this is his year. Remember last year was Barkley, the year before was McCaffrey. Maybe this is the year of Jonathan Taylor. And we'll see. 32.8 points. They're starting to use him in the receiving game as well. Jonathan Taylor continues to ball out, and if you guys are leery of starting him this week, you might want to be, because they're playing the Rams, and the Rams held Saquon Barkley to like doo-doo. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't
Be
know.
careful.
Got
Be very careful
be
on
ve-
this one.
Be very careful. Like,
Yes.
plan. Let me know who else you got in that lineup, because this is a tough one right here against that run defense. All right, number 3. This might be the first time that a defense made our top 10 list, because the Minnesota Vikings defense, thanks to one player, Isaiah Rodgers. Don't know who he is. Don't know where I know he came from. I don't know. I don't know where he came from. The Eagles. I think he got a Super Bowl with the Eagles last season. But now he's with the Vikings, and this cat had not one but 2 touchdowns for their defense. And that's ridiculous. 30 points from the Minnesota Vikings defense, which helped me to win several leagues, by the way. I just want to put that out there. They helped me to win several leagues, by the way. Then you had David Montgomery, who was number 4 on the list, 29.4 points, PPR. Let me just say this. I've got to be the dumbest motherfucker keeping him on my bench. Like, I never know which game he's going to go off, because I never know which version of the Lions we're going to get. But if the version of the Lions that we saw for the past 2 weeks is going to be what they do with the 1-2 punch, he's going to be starting in every week. Because damn, that's 20. He outdid Jahmyr Gibbs, who's on this list as well. But man, I love the way they use their running backs. I was telling you that. I was like, yo, the way that they use their backs is like the perfect pick. It's the perfect way to do it. They complement each other well, and they both put up together. They almost put up 60 points together.
You know what aggravates me more about this? Like, I'm glad that Detroit's using their running backs the way they are. Jealous, actually, but they are using their running backs in a way they can both get a lot of shine and a lot of stats when they play a defense that is apparently not as good as a lot of people thought that their defense was gonna be.
That Ravens defense is. Well, let's be fair. We're gonna credit the Lions defense because they got the 6 sacks.
Yes.
Right? But their defense gave up almost the same amount of points. So both defenses were giving up points. It's just that at some point, when the game was close, the Ravens chose to run the ball, and then Derrick Henry fumbles it. And then they had to go to pass, which upped their sacks, because they knew that they were passing so they could play pass defense and boom, boom, boom. So numbers are inflated because of the situations in the game, but both defenses, to me, just weren't good. I don't think the Lions defense is good, regardless if they finished this game with 6 sacks. They gave up 28 points. And so just take away the sacks and the 28 points, you're not going to have a good score. So it's just like, be careful with these defenses, because the Ravens defense is shot. It's just not what it is.
Right.
Totally different philosophy.
Amen.
They're playing pass coverage more. They're not as aggressive around the line of scrimmage. It's just not as what it used to be. So just be leery of that defense. Caleb Williams, quarterback against the Dallas Cowboys, literally shredded them. I just want to apologize to Mike Andrews from Nothing But Niners, because he asked me, should he start Caleb or Russell Wilson? And I told him Russell Wilson, out of the simple mere fact that Russell was going home. He had a good week 2, and the Bears were still trying to figure it out. And who knew that the Bears were going to figure it out? Their get-right game was going to be against the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see that. Now we know the Cowboys are trash defensively.
Amen to that.
Now we know. If the Bears put up 95, 40, 100,000 points, like, trash. So, hearsay, whoever you got playing against the Cowboys, put their asses in. Like, put them in. I don't care if it's the third string. Put him in. He probably going to finish with 10 double-digit points. Caleb Williams rocked out.
Yeah, they really made Caleb look like a Hall of Famer. It was ridiculous. Like, he literally was just back there dancing around, just throwing the ball here and there, just flea flicking. I mean, doing all kinds of different things in that game. So
that was the only time DeAndre
that
Swift
defense
touched the
is
ball.
horrific.
Jesus Christmas. They should be the worst defense in the league at this point. They have nobody playing. Honestly. Stupid dumb for trading Micah Parsons. I can't wait to talk about that. Stupid dumb, though. 29.1 points for Caleb Williams. And then the next quarterback on the list, there he is. A guy that struggled. This team had, 70 yards in the first half?
Sure, it was so bad.
They had 70 offensive yards. Not passing, not rushing. Right. 70 combined.
Together. Everything. I honestly thought that this was going to be like a blowout of epic proportions, because that's what it looked like. It looked like it was headed towards that.
The Rams were doing their thing, 1,000% defensively. You know what I respect about Jalen Hurts? He put the game on his shoulders.
Yes.
And he finally started throwing to his wide receivers. I don't know if he knows that he can throw to his wide receivers named A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I'm not sure if he understood that, but he understood it on Sunday, and they found a way to come back, and they got the win. Their special teams was on point, too. I mean, if you had the Eagles special teams, Eagles defense and special teams, you should have did pretty well. 29 points from Jalen Hurts. And so congratulations to him. We got 2 tight ends on this list. Finally, we get some tight end action.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now, Hunter Henry been in the league since 1980. And you never know which version of Hunter you're going to get.
I know.
But Josh McDaniels, if the 2 tight end sets are working for Drake May, you gotta put Hunter Henry is Drake May's guy. So is Austin Hooper, but Hunter is the man. And he showed flashes of that last season as well. So I'm just like, if he's available, you might want to go cop this dude. It's not going to be consistent. They turned the ball over too many times on the ground as far as running. They went with your boy, the rookie, later on because Ramondre Stevenson was ass. But Hunter Henry, I'm dropping Ramondre. I don't care if Ramondre Stevenson comes in and drops 40 points. I'm not putting him on my roster. That cat fumbles the ball, and the moment he fumbles, they take him out. But Hunter, he's the man. You got 29 points. Him and Jalen Hurts tied for 29 points for these guys, 6 or 7, however you want to look at them. And then you get another tight end that finally came out of the dead. Like, finally came from the dead. I didn't even know he was still alive. Mark Andrews, who you haven't really heard his name since he dropped that pass in the AFC Championship game, right? He came from the dead. 27.1 points. He was Lamar Jackson's best friend because my boy Zay Flowers didn't have any. Get 3 points. Like, damn, Gina. But anyway, I was happy for Mark because you want to see Mark. Mark is premier. He's primo. He's the cream of the crop. He's top 5 tight end. Do you think Mark is going to continue to trend up? PG, I'm just curious to know, like, no, yes.
He's another one that you just never know, like, what he's going to do. He's also one that just is just up and down. This depends on how many targets he gets, the whole 9 yards. What I think is more ironic about the whole thing is that Mark Andrews has this awesome game, and Derrick Henry messes up yet another game, but
big one too. It was like for the game. It was for the game
huge.
win.
Yes, it was absolutely huge. The Mark Andrews shots in this game.
When Derrick Henry bust off, pause for that touchdown run, I was like, oh man, I hope I'm not playing him in my leagues, in any of my leagues, because that touchdown run was ridiculous. And then he even killed out. Like, you know what I mean? Then he fumbled the ball. And that was about to be a big run. Never mind. We ain't going to talk about it. This is Mark Andrews' love right here.
Yes.
Speaking of love, Lamar Jackson, number 9 on this list. regardless of his 6 sacks and the 1 fumble which he was able to recover, man, somehow Lamar Jackson still is. I think Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the NFL. You could say Josh Allen is because he's undefeated, but I prefer to watch Lamar Jackson and what his ability is on the football field. You know, even the way he throw the ball is weird. Like, I'm like, ilk. But it goes.
It does.
It's like he do like a push pass, right? Like like a shot put. He throw the ball like a shot put. You know what I'm saying? But it worked for him. And his ability to run is ridiculous. So and then last but not least, Jahmyr Gibbs, running back 1 from the Detroit Lions. They got 2 running backs on this list. That is ridiculous. And if Dan Campbell and that offensive coordinator are back where they need to be, with these guys running the ball, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be
really
a problem.
is. It absolutely is.
Now, I got to put this out there. They play the Browns this week. And the Browns run defense.
Beware. That's all I'm saying, because, I mean, you guys should have seen that with Josh Jacobs not able to really get off and do nothing. I'm telling you. That Browns run defense is something else. God.
Diddly squat.
Right. So be careful. Just
be careful, guys.
Beware.
Beware. Man, listen, those are your top 10 PPR fantasy footballers of week 3. Man, week 3. We're going to give ourselves a round of applause. We actually put in work this week. You guys got slides. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better clap your hands out there. All right.
Clap your hands and stomp your feet.
And stomp your feet. All right. Before we get into these waiver wire targets, PG put together a crazy list, right? And you guys can get like I said, if you guys got questions out there, put them in the chat. We definitely will get to them, during that segment of the show. Some players, you're going to see out there, there's going to be some players available. I don't know who's available in your leagues, but I can kind of tell you who I think is available in other leagues if they don't make this list. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Peachy's quarterback. Who are you adding at the quarterback position, Peachy, and why?
I am adding quarterback Jackson Dart. Definitely adding Jackson to the waiver wire for anyone who had Russell Wilson. I know there are some people that had him. He is definitely no more. I think I read that he's going to be quarterback 2, which is really crazy because I really thought that he was going to get bumped down to 3, but he's not.
Who's going to be quarterback 2?
Russ.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Dart. I was like, what?
No.
Okay.
Russ. Yeah.
I mean, look. Either way, I guess they trust their offense. He did win them a game, so I could see if they're making him quarterback 2. And I guess you want the guy out there that can kind of do, like Jackson Dart to me is going to be a younger version of what we saw from Russ during his heyday.
Mm-hmm.
He can run, he can throw, he can extend plays. He just got to put it together. He just needs the reps.
Exactly.
I got to ask you a question though. You're picking him up, so is this to start on your roster, or is this just to give you that security of having another quarterback 1?
No, this is absolutely not to start.
Ooh, because the Giants got the Chargers.
Yeah, they got the Chargers. No. This is just people.
They at home though.
Whenever you grab, the waivers and stuff that we tell you about, you want to just grab them and kind of stash them, because you don't necessarily have to start them, because if you don't get them now and say that he goes out there and balls out, then he's not going to be available for you to get later. I like your theory on waiver wire. I grab them so nobody else get them. Right, exactly.
No. Everybody doesn't do that though. Like
understood. But I do. Yep. Yeah, I'll stash them.
I don't. It's not even about stash. I'll drop that ass as soon as the week is over with. I just don't want you to have them.
Oh, you're just talking about just to hold on to them so that you can spoil it for everybody else.
Exactly.
And then you throw them back out there.
Yeah. Then
like a fish back into the water.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No. A
I'm
lot of
playing you this
times
week too, by the way. So
you just never
you
know.
better get quick on that waiver wire trigger because you're not beating me this week. I can tell you that right now. Like, I'm not losing again. God dang it. All right, let's go with your running backs. Who did you select for your running backs?
Okay, so for RB1 is Trey Benson because he's going to take the place of
Okay.
James Conner.
So we got Trey Benson of RB1.
Yes.
All right. This is
Ozzy
Gordon.
Ollie Gordon.
Ollie Gordon from the Miami Dolphins. Yep. Big touchdown for him last week. Could be seeing a lot more spelling the ball from Devon Achane.
Yeah, it seems he seems to, I guess that McDaniel, with his job on the line and everything, is trying to shake up this Dolphins offense. Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to see more of Ollie than a lot of people originally thought. So I think that he's going to be spelling Achane quite a bit because, defenses are prepared for Achane now. And I think that with him he just keeps trying to, switch it up. Like I said, he's trying to save his job. So he's trying to figure out a way to get this offense, going. So
they play the Jets this weekend.
Yes.
We were talking about their defense. And as far as the Jets D against the run, the Jets are ranked. Let's see if we can find out where they're ranked. Are they up there? No, they're not. They're kind of the bottom half of the league. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. They're 23rd. They've given up on average 133 yards per game on the ground. So these running backs can potentially go off against this defense. I mean, they traded for a corner. Like, you might want to pick them up. All right. Now, Peachy said Trey Benson, so we got to give you three guys. Mm-hmm. This is the third guy from the Washington Commanders. I'm confused about the Commanders because is it going to be Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt? Is it going to be Jeremy McNichols? Is he going to get awarded more carries because of his big explosive one? Or is it Chris
Rodriguez?
Or is it going to be somebody we've never seen before like Chris Rodriguez? So be weary of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and who you decide to pick up. But he was up there on, with a big explosive run or whatnot. And he might be seeing more carries. And that's the key, right? That's the key. Even though Ja'Cory had the touchdown, I think he had a big run for a touchdown too in this game. I can't remember, but he's the number one back. But pay attention to the veteran and Jeremy McNichols. Who did the Commanders play this week? Let's see if I can find that info for you. The Commanders have the Falcons. They're going to beat the snot out of the Falcons.
Yes, exactly.
Niner Faithful says, didn't Rodriguez start?
Yeah,
he probably did, but what did he do?
Yeah. They
let him start.
He got a few carries.
They let him start, and he was maybe low mid, and then they use. So I think what they want to do they wanted to start Rodriguez, and then they changed the pace with McNichols. So the spell guy is McNichols, and then they're gonna use Merritt for the explosiveness. So when they get an explosive look out there for an explosive play, they're gonna dial him up. So they kind of got it. They just got to get Rodriguez going because that was his first game. Remember, he's been not used or inactive or what? He was inactive week 1, wasn't used in week 2, and boom, week 3 he gets the nod. So let's see what they do. I'm not sure what they do. All right, who are you going for your wide receivers?
Okay, so one of my waiver wire receivers is Trey Tucker, actually.
All right, so we're going to talk about Trey a little bit.
Yep. Jalen Tolbert, which is going to spell because CeeDee Lamb is going to be out. So Dallas has to have another option.
So there's Trey Tucker. led the NFL in fantasy football scoring. Let's talk about Tolbert because you said the injury to CeeDee Lamb.
Yep.
Why not? So he's going to be called up or utilized more. He's not called up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But don't you think this is where George Pickens steps up?
Yeah, I think that Pickens does, but I think I figure a lot of people already had Pickens on the roster, so I was trying to introduce somebody new. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, does that mean that Pickens will get the coverage so that he can?
Oh,
explode?
yes, absolutely. Right. Exactly. Pickens is going to be the target now, so that's going to be the one that the secondaries are going to like zero in on. It'll be Pickens.
Guys.
So that's why I figured that Tolbert will be the one that will be free too. He should have a lot of targets from Dak.
I mean, I feel like Pickens will get the targets, but he'll get the looks to get the maybe more of the explosive plays, maybe get the yardage. So you might get more targets and receptions from Pickens, but I think Tolbert will be the guy that's going to hopefully get into the end zone. They got other receivers, but we'll see what happens, man. I think this is maybe the week of Tolbert. All right, tight end. Who's your tight end must waiver wire pickup? Because I don't think anybody has him except for somebody in this chat.
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, you got to go grab him. It's time.
You just got to get him if he's available. You got to get him.
You got to get him. And you're better with him than without him.
Yes.
Because he is going to have those weeks. You know, the Patriots, they got the Panthers. The Panthers are a weird team, man. And they're on the road coming to New England, so they're coming up north. But the weather is still nice, so it's not cold. It's going to be nice this weekend, so it's not going to be humid like it is down in North Carolina, but it's still going to be nice and warm up north. Better get him. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Better get him. And then as far as your kicker, who do you see? I play kickers a little differently. I draft a kicker, and I don't necessarily ride with that kicker. I play kicker matchups. Yeah.
I agree. Matt Prater is my
the Buffalo Bills. Wow. Okay, I could dig it. I mean, they got the Saints, the 0-3 Saints coming into town.
They gonna Lord have mercy. They gonna the Saints, boy.
I like that.
The Saints are food to anyone who plays them, by the way. So it doesn't matter who it is.
I like that. And your number one defense on the waiver wire, you want to pick up the Chargers defense.
Yes.
And why?
I want to pick up the Chargers defense because they're going against the Giants. And I think the Chargers are going to eat this week. And guys, like Breezy was talking about with the kicker, it's the same thing with the defenses. They're all about matchups. Ooh. So you just have to look at who you think is available that's going to have the best matchup.
Okay. And I funny that you said that because they got the rookie Jackson Dart, and I know they're a little bruised on defense. I'm not gonna sleep on the Giants. I feel like the Giants are gonna have a little bit more off scheduling things happening, which may work in their favor. I mean, you're going to get Cam Scatterable now running the ball. They got a solid kicker in Younghoe Koo. And now they're going to have Jackson Dart, who I think is going to be able to connect a lot better than Russell Wilson, who's just missing wide receivers. I mean, you got Malik Neighbors. You just throw it to him. I don't give a fuck if he's covered by 3 people. You just throw it to Malik. He's going to make a play. And so I think Jackson Dart understands that because football, when you get older quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion, they're a liability because the game is faster than what they think it is. That's why Tom Brady had to retire. That motherfucker was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm good. You know, because a lot of his passes were going into the dirt because his processing was like, I know I got to get it out quick, but now I got to get it out even quicker because the defenses are faster. And after that, he won that Super Bowl. I mean, what else was there to play for? I mean, he was smart. I think Russell Wilson is entering that era. Aaron Rodgers is entering that conversation. Like, the game is a lot faster. Yeah, they were great, but the game has changed. The speed is different. The players are faster. They're stronger. And so, I'm not saying that those guys are bad or whatever. Russell Wilson is bad, though. I'm not gonna lie. Russell Wilson's bad. Aaron Rodgers is bad too, but we don't want to have that conversation. I think his time is done. But Peachy, thank you for these waiver wire ads. I look forward to these. Give Peachy a round of applause.
It's really funny because everybody thought that Russ had was dangerous and he'd figured out something, and then they found out how ass the Cowboys defense is, and maybe not, and maybe that's what the Giants coaches realized, like, wait a minute, maybe they were just that bad, that's why he looked like that.
Word. He was terrible.
Yeah,
he was terrible. All right, let's get to some fantasy football Q&As. Peachy, pull up some of these questions that we were asked, and then we'll give you guys who you must start, and then we'll dip up out of here, man. Great show.
All right. So now that I'm going backwards, I wasn't trying to do that. This thing's funky.
I see Flacco. Yeah, Flacco. The game is just too fast. It's just too fast for these guys. I'm telling you, man, these older quarterbacks were really brought in to bridge the gap. I for the Cleveland Browns, if they lose again, it's Shedeur Sanders time or Dylan Gabriel time. It's time. You have nothing. You'll be 1-3, and it's time. The first quarter of the season will be over. You know what I mean? What's up, Sonia?
Thanks, Sonia. She said she just traded Montgomery off my bench to a guy who lost Connor. I got Kincaid because Njoku isn't helping me, and also got Pittman to help me replace Mike Evans for a little bit.
Whew. I don't know. You did this man a solid.
Yes.
like you did him a solid, because in my opinion, Montgomery, it was better than James Conner. He just was better. He was just the better, because the way that they're utilized. Like, we just watched the team, and we've seen this a lot last year, where the Lions running backs were just tearing up the NFL. And now we're saying, are they getting back to that? Because now you're like, oh, I need to start James Conner, David Montgomery every week. If, Jahmyr Gibbs can still go off and Conner give you 20-plus points. I think you did him a solid, because Kincaid, although he's their number one target this year, like, I just don't know. I mean, Njoku, if anything, is what's the rookie? Is Harold Fannin Jr. available on your waivers?
Right.
I would pick him up, drop Njoku's ass, and then you'll have Kincaid and him. Yep. Pittman will help. I think Pittman is back.
I know.
They needed Danny Dimes
because Pittman needed a quarterback. Who knew?
Needed a quarterback.
So now
can't believe he's saying this.
He's definitely back. So she has Achane and Henry and Mason in her flex.
But who are your starting running backs if you have Mason and Achane?
I think maybe she just says that maybe
I'm asking
Achane.
her.
Oh, sorry.
So I want to know, like, if Achane and Mason are in the flex, you got 3 flexes, is what you're saying? Or one of these 3 are in the flex? She says Fannin is not available. She says I have Achane and put Mason. Oh, so you have Achane.
Yeah, that's what I thought she was saying. Yeah.
And and Mason, you have Achane and Henry, and you put Mason in the flex. Got it.
Yep.
Oh, you got Derrick Henry. That's Derrick Henry. Woo.
Yeah.
I promise you, I don't know why I go away from this draft strategy. I always draft running backs because they're fucking scarce. You after you get past like the first 5, good luck. That's your season. I don't know why. I'm no longer gonna play for a grade. I'm gonna play for me, for my team, to be what I think is going to be because it
That's
never
what you gotta
fails.
do.
You got 3 running backs that are running back ones right now. That is mother freaking ridiculous, Sonia. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And you had CeeDee Lamb, but you're going to be without, you had Mike Evans, but you're going to be without him for a little while. The Pittman factor is good. And you had Montgomery. God dang, what the hell? Who are your wide receivers? Black Aces, 12G, DJ Moore, or Marvin Harrison Jr. Peachy not going to like this, but Harrison Jr. is not good to me.
I don't know what's going on with that other half of the
dropped
Buckeye receivers.
a wide open touchdown pass because he felt the hot breath of Fred Warner 10 yards away from him.
That was so bad.
Good.
That was so bad. So yeah, that's what I would do. Let's see.
It's more for me, bro, and it's tough because Peach and I were discussing DJ Moore about how he probably wanted to be traded because he just wasn't being looked at. He's not wide receiver 1 there. Roman Dunze is clearly wide receiver 1.
100%.
And now they're starting to feature Luther Bird in the 3rd. So it's tough. It's a tough question because Marvin Harrison Jr. is wide receiver 1. But man, it's Trey McBride or nobody else. I'm sorry. That's their offense.
And that dude is a beast, man. I love me some Trey McBride. I hate it because he's in my division because I knew he was going to be awesome.
Right.
And I knew he was going to be. It was like, man. So this is a directed question at you. So that's why I'm going to pull that one up.
What do you think the 49ers are going to do? They're going to replace Nick Bosa, another player. Yeah, man, look, the Niners, I think, are going to play this out. It's early in the season, right? And so they have 5 more weeks before the trade deadline. November is the trade deadline now, right? They got time. And so they're going to play it out. They brought in William Bradley King. They brought in some guys they worked out. They signed William Bradley King to the practice squad. He was with the Niners this preseason. They have Travis Gibson on the practice squad as well. Those 2 guys were rotating in and out. They got Robert Bill Jr. still there. And so I think the 49ers are going to kind of like rock with what they have at this point. And they're going to go with some of the young guys. I was doing my film study, which is available on my patreon.com/TheWayne Breezy. And on the defensive film, I saw a lot of 4-man fronts from Yetur Gross-Matos and Michael Williams playing on the inside, Bryce Huff and Sam Okuwano on the outside. And it was working. And those tackles for loss came on that defense. So I think the Niners are going to just rock out. We got Jacksonville up next, and then the Rams, and then the Buccaneers. So I think the Niners are going to rock out for a few weeks before they decide to make a big decision. And if they're winning, they're not going to make a big decision. There'll be no Trey Hendrickson here. And if they continue to win, doesn't make sense. So we'll see what happens.
This actually is a very true statement. I expect him to have a hell of a game against Dallas.
If you got Jordan Love, start him.
Yes.
Start him. First of all, the way they lost was bad. Okay? The way because they won.
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain this. They actually won the game, but the kicker got the kick blocked. They had the opportunity to win is what I'm trying to say. He got them in position. We'd be having a different conversation. He had a bad game, but he got them in position to win the game, and the field goal got blocked.
Yep.
Unfortunately. So he gonna go off burgers against that defense. I don't care if Dallas is at home. They're just trash. And I know Cowboy fans that will agree with me that they're trash.
Oh, yeah.
Should've never
I've talked to them, and they're like, yeah. There's nothing we can say about that. Who knew Mariota, thank you, Not a Faithful, would go off like that over Wentz and Browning?
Now, first of all, I knew Browning was going to be ass.
Yep. You did, and you tried to tell me, and I didn't listen.
And my dumb ass went against my own self and picked him up. Why? Why did I pick him up? And then I put him in a 2 quarterback. I'm dropping his ass. He got dropped.
Oh, yeah.
When the drops was available to drop.
Drippity drop.
Now, to be fair, they're playing the Broncos. And they might play well. I don't care. This sucks for Jamar Chase owners. It sucks for Chase Brown owners. And the reason why I say that is because if he continues to struggle, they're not going to run the ball. Right. So Chase Brown is going to suffer. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they're going to suffer. That's just the way it is, man.
I'm just...
And Mariota is a pro's pro. Like, that dude is just he gets football.
People also forget how mobile Mariota is. I think a lot of people forgot.
You know what's funny? Because when I said that the Niners needed a backup quarterback, that was the guy I kept saying that the Niners need to go get.
Yes, it was.
But instead, they got Josh Dobbs. They got no, this was the guy.
But yep.
The moment he whipped our ass, do you remember?
I do remember.
We were there. We got beat by Marcus Mariota.
I do remember. It was so bad. It was so unexpected.
Okay, I'll leave it.
It was really bad.
Ooh,
Chandler Constantino says, would you trade Keenan Allen? That's my dude, by the way. And Jordan Mason for AJ Brown and Chase Brown. My goodness.
Yeah,
I would.
You got to get those star studs on your thing. I know they're struggling early. The Chase Brown is the question mark because I just finished talking about it comes down to the quarterback play. They got to develop plays where he can get the ball out of his hands quick so that the teams don't cheat and take away the run. They're forcing him to throw, and he's got to prove he could beat them with his arm. They got to go to efficient football, and this is where Jamar Chase can feast. Just give him the ball. Just give him the ball. Just got to give him the ball. Like these, if it's an LSU receiver, give him the damn ball. That's it. It's simple. I think you make this trade because I don't know how much Keenan Allen is going to stay where he is.
Because he's hot right now, though, I tell you. But we'll see.
They both are. So Jordan Mason now is the featured running back one.
Yes, 100%.
He's never going to go back to running back two.
Nope. He's not. I think I
need a second. I might need a cigarette too. This is a tough one.
No.
but I will say this. Look at the quarterback play. AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts. Whatever happened, and it happened last year. AJ Brown did something or said something, and next thing you know, AJ Brown went off. It happened this year, and now he went off in that game. I think that is the matchups. That is who I want. Because you're getting a wide receiver, a higher tier wide receiver that you know has the ceiling to be that guy, especially with the quarterback play. Love what we're getting from Justin Herbert, but I don't know if Justin is Quentin Johnson, then Keenan Allen. Like, it's weird. And Ladd McConkey. So, yes, Allen is being the one that's being sought after, but the moment these teams switch their defense and be like, yo, we got to take away Allen, you're going to be mad.
You know what? That's a really good point because, and you never know what week that Ladd might, come back to being what he was, or Quentin Johnson. Yeah, you're right. It just depends on how they're being defended. So that definitely makes a difference. Yes, 100%. Absolutely makes a difference.
I think you do this. I think you make that trade. If that trade is offered, hell yeah, take it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You kind of do that. Sonia says, I have my boy Purdy and been streaming a second quarterback. Played Stafford last week and very upset. I had Geno on the bench because his poor performance the week before.
Oh, man, you're just going to be mad at Geno because which Geno you're going to get? Now, they're playing the Bears. They're at home. They're playing the Bears. I'm not sold. I'm okay without having a 49ers quarterback, even though every league that I have has the word Brock in it. I'm starting to say it's okay to not have Brock on your team.
Right.
We don't know if Brock's even going to play this week, so we're hoping that he does. I would go back and pick up Geno because of what I saw, what he was able to do. They must have had a crazy week 2 matchup to where he made you feel some type of way. But last week, God dang, and like I said, they got the Bears. I'm not sold on the Bears.
Me either. There's no possible way that I can be sold on a team that look like that against probably one of the worst defenses in the National Football League right now. So we got to see, you
Let
know,
me see what's the worst. Let's see what's the. Okay, why you do that?
What
I gotta
happens?
see.
Because I don't believe in the Bears.
Yo, here's the crazy thing, right? The Miami Dolphins is the worst scoring defense in the league. The Miami Dolphins. And I'm looking for the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys are they're near the bottom. So here are the top teams that allow the most points is what I'm trying to say. All right? Start from the bottom. 32nd, the Dolphins. Ravens, 31st.
Yeah, I believe it.
Titans, 30th. Jets, 29th. Bears, 28th. The Cowboys, 27th. The Bengals, 26th. The Saints, 25th. I think I'm doing these right. The Giants, 24th. The Lions, I told you the Lions were up here. They give up points. So you can score on these teams if you can score. Like if your offense is a scoring offense, you could put up points.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm with Peachy. I think the Bears, they're there. They're right there. So if you could put up teams are averaging 31 points against the Bears, which is forcing them to score more than 30. I don't think they're going to score more than 30 against that damn Raiders defense. Even though the Raiders defense is close to points, you know, they're down there as well. But yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a Faithful has an interesting question for you. Why not trade if the player goes off instead of drop them?
Because a lot of people, like, for me, sometimes these waiver wire guys be one and dones, and it's hard to trade. You're not going to get anything for your value. You would have to have consistency. So unless there's a consistent of 3 or 4 games where they are just proving they're about to dominate the league, no one's going to trade for Trey Tucker. He's a waiver wire ad. All right now, people you might be able to trade your guy. If you believe in Trey Tucker, you trade somebody up there because you're trying to get somebody back, but no one's going to trade pretty much for a waiver wire dude unless they're like a number one guy. Like they're like, you know what I'm saying? And it's tough to find the number ones. You're looking at rookies on the waiver wire. So that's why I don't trade. I got him on the waiver. He can go back to the waiver, let somebody else get him. You know what I'm saying? That for me, that's just my theory.
Yeah. Got you. Niner Faithful 93. Start Egbuka or J.K. Dobbins?
It's always Egbuka. I don't give a fuck. It's just Egbuka. He's probably looking to be offensive rookie of the year this year.
100%.
Like, that dude is balling.
Yep.
And with the injury to Mike Evans, sign me up. And they might get Chris Godwin back, but Mike Evans, gone, hurt. Egbuka's about to. I will tell you this: you're Ohio State. They dropped the bomb. I know they had Jeremiah Smith, but he was your best receiver. Like,
Egbuka was amazing.
Yeah, like they didn't use him right. I'm just gonna keep it above.
Right, 100%. So he meant Jamar Chase, not J.K. Dobbins.
Okay. Well, Egbuka got Baker Mayfield throwing it to him, and Jamar Chase got
whatever he is throwing it to him.
Browning. I'm mad that the name is Brown and he uses my name. I'm mad. He added an ing to it. You know what I mean? This is a tough one, man. It's hard for me to bench Jamar Chase. It's not because Jamar can go off any given week.
Yeah.
So he's got to go in. Can you put Egbuka in your flex? Can you put Egbuka as your wide receiver too? I know you got more wide receivers. So I want to know who else you got, but I'm never going to bench Jamar Chase unless he's dealing with some type of an injury, which he's not. He's just suffering from the injury to his quarterback.
Horrific quarterback right now.
It'll get better. You got to give them time to gel.
Sonia says, wide receiver 1, Metcalf, wide receiver 2, Evans, bench Shakir, bench Pittman, RB1, Achane, RB2, Derrick Henry, flex Mason.
This is her stat. This is her squad. You kind of did like if you're gonna go run. She said she was drafting 12 too. So if you go running back heavy, this made perfect sense. The fact that you was able to get Achane
right,
and so I'm assuming you got Henry first and then Achane 12 and 13. I'm assuming that's what you did. That was wise.
Yeah,
that was wise, or vice versa. That was wise. What's going on, Rob D? That was wise.
Hey, Rob
that was
D.
wise.
All right. Let's see what else we got. I think that's it.
All right, so this one, what up, guys? I traded ATN and Pearsall for Genty and Golden in a full PPR league. What are your thoughts? Did I get fleeced? No. You didn't get
not
fleeced.
at all. Mm-mm.
I'm hoping Jordan Love and the Jordan Love and the Golden era starts to kick off. Genty is going to be a top running back in this league once he understands football and gets his body acclimated to football. He's struggling right now. ATN had a touchdown, but it was a touchdown that they gave him at the end of the game. So he didn't really have a good week last week until he got that last late second touchdown because they were trying to let them score so that they get the ball back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, ATN looked good week one. Pearsall, though, is trending up. So that's the question. Now, if Juwan Jennings returns, does that take a dip in Pearsall's production? Whereas I think Matthew Golden's production is going to go up because there's no Jaden Reed. So you got to look at it like that. I don't think you got fleeced at all. Peachy, do you think he got fleeced?
No, not at all.
No. How the fuck you say your name? A-S-A-D-F-G-O. Did you just create the account? Or did you just type in the letters? I just want to know how to pronounce it because I don't want to mess up anybody's names. You know.
Yeah.
Not in favor. Devontae Adams. Oh, he got squad.
Wow.
You got Adams. Adams is weird too, but I like having Adams. Ebuka, I would put Ebuka in there over McMillan.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yep.
And luckily you have that's two rookies, man. You dope. You're dope. Like, I was scared to draft rookie wide receivers.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take a shot on them. I needed to see them prove themselves in the NFL. It's not easy playing wide receiver as a rookie in the NFL.
Yep.
All right, that sounds like it ends our Q&A.
Yeah.
Peachy, who's a must start for you before we dip up out of here?
Oh, wow. A must start?
I already know you. All right. I'll give you, no, that's not what I do. I remember last week. I know what I did. All right, here we go. You got the Packers versus the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Who from the Packers are you starting?
The quarterback.
All right, so Jordan Love. Are you starting Josh Jacobs?
Yes.
Are you starting Matthew Golden?
Yeah, I would start like all
right, so
Packers.
Just start the whole Packers team.
All of them.
Against the Cowboys.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's go. I'm trying to find. Okay, I got you. Here we go. The two. Is this? All right, here we go. This is the game of the week. The Eagles versus the Bucks.
Oh yeah.
Both 3-0 teams. One of these teams will no longer be undefeated. Who are you starting? Are you starting Jalen Hurts? Are you against the Bucks defense? Or are you starting Baker Mayfield against the Eagles defense? So you're going to start or sit one of these guys?
I'm starting Jalen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Saquon Barkley versus Bucky Irvin. You can start one of these guys. Who you starting?
Dang.
Now Barkley struggled against the Rams D.
Yes.
I don't know if the Bucks defense is that.
It's not, because remember they're missing a couple of defensive players. I think Saquon's going to get off. I think Saquon's going to redeem himself. Okay. He should have a day.
All right, let's do one more. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The 2-0-3 teams. The Titans versus the Texans.
Oh, God.
Now, I'm picking the Texans to win. I'm going to pick them to win every week. I'm just going to let you know until they get a win. The Titans got the good run defense, but their scoring defense, they give up points.
Yes.
Are you starting C.J. Stroud or are you starting Cam Ward? One you're starting, one you're sitting.
I'm starting C.J. I think C.J. is also going to redeem himself. I think that
I hope so.
That Texans defense is still strong enough in the secondary.
They're losing a key piece.
I don't think. Yeah, but they think that Malik, whatever his name is, I don't get his name wrong, but whoever that one is,
they lost two
safeties
this year, Jimmy Ward and now
it's
C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
It's crazy. I still think that CJ is going to have a stronger day than Cam, and I would definitely start.
I think this is low
CJ.
key. They play at 1:00. Low key. This is the game I'm tuning into.
100%.
Because I want to see. I mean, I'm gonna watch this over the Eagles and Bucks. Because it's two 0-3 teams and two young premier quarterbacks in this league. One's a rookie. One's going into his third year. Both got crazy good defenses. Titans got offensive weapons. There's a wide receiver, Alec Manor, that you like from the Titans.
Yes.
I want to see Nico Collins ball out, and some of those young wideouts as well. Christian Kirk made a sighting this past week.
He did.
I'm low key in on this game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm low key in on this game. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Let's do the across the seas game.
Oh,
the
God.
2-2-1 teams, the Vikings and the Steelers.
Oh,
Are you starting Jordan Mason versus the Steelers defense or Jalen Warren versus the Vikings defense?
Man, overseas games are so weird.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
I don't know because I don't know how both of them I don't know how either of them are going to do, but man, if that Vikings defense plays the way that they did last week, then I definitely would start Jordan Mason because Warren ain't going to be able to do nothing. If they play that way, their running backs are toast. They
won't be able to run the ball. See,
Nope.
that's the crazy part. Like when the defense gives you that handicap and they spot you points.
Yes.
The offense can try different things. And J.J. McCarthy has not been ruled out this week, so he might be there playing, or Carson Wentz. I don't know, but at the end of the day, like they are the road team. I don't know if that factors 'cause both teams are on the road, but we'll see what happens. It's gonna be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Just a quick reminder, the Miami Dolphins and the Jets,
Oh, God.
they're going to be wearing those dope-ass uniforms this week.
That's going to be the coolest part of that game. Is the uniform.
are funny. That is funny. that is funny. All right, so they're going to be wearing those uniforms. Yo, I can't believe that they're playing. That game is going to be on Monday Night Football.
Yes, Lord.
Well, stay locked and loaded, man. Like Peachy said, make sure you guys are following us on the Instagram, all right? Follow us on What's Your Fantasy Instagram. We're going to be posting. We're going to be doing more posting. We post daily updates, breaking news and things like that for your fantasy football players with injuries and things like that, trades, all that good stuff. So make sure you guys stay locked in there for your latest in fantasy football news. Peachy, take us out.
Just want to thank everyone who tuned in. If you still have fantasy questions, you're more than welcome to leave them in the comments after the show. We will get to them and we will do our best to answer them. And good luck to everyone's league. There is just injury after injury after injury. And I know that it's making it very stressful on you guys for these fantasy to try to find players. So that's what this show's about for the waiver. So we can try to give you guys the best advice that we can research to try to help you guys out. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Hey, my Mets making a comeback. Let's go,
are
Mets.
they? Uh-oh.
Yeah, they was getting their ass whipped by the Cubs. I hate everything about Chicago, too. Let's go. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Peace. What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.